Hi, everybody. This is Elman Woodson with your 5 minutes of motivation. And I just wanted to say to you, have you ever been somewhere and you've seen someone who may have been destitute or down on their luck? And, uh, and you may have wondered to yourself, I wonder what their story is. I wonder what their story is and how they got to this place. But then on the other hand, have you ever thought about the successful people in your life, the successful people who you've seen and you've admired? And you very rarely do you hear people say, I wonder what their story is. In most cases, you hear people say, I want that success. I want what they have. I want that richness, that wealth, that fame. I want that fortune. Very rarely do you hear people say, I wonder what their story is. Very rarely do you hear people say, I wonder what disciplines they have implemented. Very rarely do you hear people say, I wonder what challenges they've had to overcome. Or very rarely do you hear people say, I wonder what parts of their personality have they had to morph and change in order so they could be the person that they are now. See, it's easier when we walk and we see people who may be destitute. I wonder what their story is, and we have that sense of compassion for them. But then we, on the other hand, when we want to reach out, we want to become successful, we see somebody who has a level of success that we admire, aspire to. Very rarely do you hear people say, like, I wonder what disciplines they had to implement in order to get to that. So I want you to think about what is the story that you want written about yourself. What is the story that you want to be able to have to build on, so that way eventually when you get to that level of success, you have a history of overcoming disciplines that you may have had a challenge with, of overcoming areas of your personality, of making changes in your mindset development, of maybe releasing some friends who you currently have who are holding you back. What is your story going to be? See, let's not think about what everybody else has going on. Let's not show compassion and for the other people, or let's not aspire, be jealous or somehow envious of what other people have. I want you to think about you right now. What is the story that you are creating daily? What are the disciplines that you're developing daily? What are the things that you are working on daily? How are you changing your character, your mindset, your development? How are you working on you? What is the story that you have now? What is the story being written about you right now? What's the story going to be written about for you for five years down the road? What is it? Because see, this is the thing. You have a pen and a piece of paper right now, and you don't even realize it, but it's being subconsciously written for you because of the things that you do or don't do, the disciplines that you do or don't do. It's being written right now. Your story is being written right now. 5 years down the road, you're going to look at yourself and see the person that you are working on today. What is the story that you have for you? I want to know. Let's build a story for ourselves that we can be proud of. Let's build a story for ourselves where we can look back and see the challenges and the development that we have overcome. Let's look back and see the mindset changes that we've had to make. Let's be bold and put it out there. Let's do it. Because now is the time. Now is the time for your development. Now is the time for your success. Now is the time for you to reach your dreams. Right now, there are certain things that you have to do now where you won't see the repercussions tomorrow. You won't see the repercussions of the things that you do today, a week from now, a month from now, maybe a year. You may be 5 years before you see the evidence of the disciplines that you develop now. Disciplines, mindset, mastery. Create your story now. Create it now. Develop your story. So that when people see you, they'll say, you know what, I wonder what that story is. Not because you're struggling, but no, because you're having the successes that other people have dreamed of. And now you can tell them, my whole story is this. I had to work on this part of my personality for the longest time. I had to work on this part of my mindset for the longest time. I've developed the disciplines that I need in my mind in order for me to overcome that challenge. Let me help you. And then you can help someone save years off of their struggle, off of their development, because now you can give them something, because now you develop that story. Now it's just a chapter in your life, but you can help it be a page in someone else's. Develop the story now in your life. Share it. Share it. What story are you creating? Create that story now and watch your life become something amazing. This is Elman Woodson with your 5 minutes of motivation. I wish you nothing but the best. I'll see you on the other side.